As a trader, have you ever been told that you need to have an edge in the market in order to be a successful trader? Or that you need to have proper education, sound technical analysis, great risk management skills in order to truly see profitability? Now, if you've been told that, that means you've gotten some good, proper information. But have you ever been taught what kind of characteristics you need in order to be not only a great trader, but a trader that's full of purpose and peace? See, someone's character is based upon the essence of who you are, not the achievements you have, the things you've done in the past, but see, it is a representation of your core. It's intrinsic. It's a part of you that's inherited. But I got some good news for you. It is not only inherited, but it can also be installed. So through prayer, intention, repetition, and effort, you can begin to install important key characteristics to yourself. So I know you're probably thinking, well, Kirby, what kind of characteristics do I need? What kind of characteristics am I going to need in trading? Not only in trading, but also just in life, period. So look, I'm about to read you a passage and we are going to break this thing down, all right? So let's do it. And look, I want to invite you to come and join me at 48 Trading. Listen, you can be a part of our Gold Zone membership where we take live trades Monday through Friday starting at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. So from 6:30 to 7 a.m., that's just a time of fellowship. That's where I get to know you, you get to know me, and we just have fun and just discuss, right? You also get to know your fellow peers that's in the membership. And then at 7 o'clock, that's whenever we lock in and get ready for trades. But guess what? I have now just opened up a second session. So maybe you missed the 7 o'clock, or maybe you came to the 7 o'clock. You can also come again at 9 o'clock a.m. And so from 9 a.m. to about 9:45 to 10 o'clock, we are actively trading at those times, and we will be trading US 30, or you can call it YM, US 30. If you're trading indices, it'll be US 30. If you're trading futures, it's YM, NQ, and Nasdaq. So we will be trading indices and also futures. So look, you don't want to miss that. Price right now is at $59.99. But listen, y'all, I can promise you that price will not stay the same. All right. So please come and join, and let's get back to the video. So we're going to be reading Ezekiel 1, verse 3 through 11. And this is going to be in the NLT version. Okay. So the word of the Lord came to Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzai, by the Kibar River in the land of the Babylonians. There, the hand of the Lord was on him. I looked and I saw a windstorm coming out of the north, an immense cloud with flashing lightning and surrounded by brilliant light. The center of the fire looked like glowing metal, and in the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures. In appearance, their form was human, but each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight. Their feet were like those of a calf and gleamed like burnished bronze. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands. All 4 of them had faces and wings, and the wings of one touched the wings of another. Each one went straight ahead. They did not turn as they moved. Their faces looked like this. Each of the 4 had the face of a human being. On the right side, each had the face of a lion, and on the left, the face of an ox. Each also had the face of an eagle. Such were their faces. Now, these 4 faces were not just here for looks, but they have a deep meaning. In a way, they represent the characteristics of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, how can these characteristics represent us as traders? How can these 4 represent us, right? The ox, the lion, the face of a man, and also an eagle. Well, I'm about to go to my whiteboard and we're about to break down this whole characteristics thing in these 4 faces. And today our focal point is going to be the face of Adam, the face of man. Y'all, look, I really wish that I was able to stand up and write on the whiteboard. Like, I have to be confined to sitting down because I'm so much more taller than the whiteboard. So I'm probably gonna have to get like a a booster for the whiteboard eventually, so I can start to stand up and discuss and talk with y'all. Now, we are going to go over 5 characteristics that you need to develop that God has placed for man, right? So man is not like any other thing. Man is very unique. Why is man very unique? Because man was created in the image of God, which means that it doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, like no matter what your ethnicity is, you were made in the image of God. That's why this whole race thing is crazy. There's literally only the human race. But that is a topic for another day, another time. So yeah. So let's get into these five characteristics. I believe that if you would develop these 5 characteristics, your life, not just trading, but your life will absolutely change. Your life will change once you develop these 5 core characteristics, especially as a trader. Develop these, okay? Number 1, critical thinking. Critical thinking. And I know y'all probably heard of critical thinking, something that's very common to speak about. I'm sure y'all probably heard of critical thinking in school or doing different topics, but guess what? We're about to break critical thinking down into 5 parts, all right? So let's just have, so we are, listen, if I misspell something, don't laugh. Or if you can't understand my handwriting, sorry. Critical thinking, look. We are going to break this critical thinking down into 4 parts, okay? So up here, number 1, we're gonna create like a little bubble. This first thing is synthesis, right? So this is spelled synthesis. Now what in the world is synthesis? Synthesis is the combining data or element for a particular outcome, right? So this is how strategies and systems and ideas are created. So imagine synthesis, see synthesis as the ingredients for the meal. So it's a lot of different things that come together and formulate this masterpiece. Imagine it like ingredients for a meal, your favorite meal. What are all the elements that you have to put together in order to have that meal that you desire? And that is synthesis, all right? So synthesis is the combining of elements, right? So you're going to have to develop that in order to even think about having a system or a strategic process of doing things. This is going to be a key element to your education. So as you learn and as you go, you're going to be able to remember and put things together to create that beautiful strategy or that beautiful system that you want your trading to be based upon. All right. Now, number 2, we're going to put that, let's just put that over here. All right. So number 2 is, number 2 is tactics. All right, so tactics. Tactics are aimed to be action plans that are good for short term. So you have a short-term goal in mind. I know that many of you probably heard of tactics in like the military, but they are short-term action plans for short-term goals, right? So look at this as this is going to be a very important piece in order for you to master entries and exits. You have to have a tactical plan. If you are a day trader, if you are a scalper, this is where you're going to literally like get your brain to focus on entries and exits. This is probably one of the most important tactics that you're going to use whenever it comes to trading. All right. Number 3, judgment. Judgment. Now, I want you guys to understand this is all a part of your critical thinking. But what we're doing is we're just breaking them down into smaller elements so that you can see that there's many different pieces when it comes to you and your characteristics of critical thinking, or your character of critical thinking, right? Judgment is going to be the process in which you make prudent choices based on the market information you have. Understand that you're going to make prudent choices based upon market information that you have in that particular moment, right? What does that look like? What do you having judgment based upon market information, what does that mean? That means that this is going to be a telltale sign that if the market is a good day to trade or the market is a bad day to trade. That is where you're going to see judgment at its highest peak within your trading journey, within your trading experience, and whether you're a beginner trading or a seasoned trader. It's going to take you to have good judgment, you to know whenever your setups are there and when your setups are not. Make sure that you are having good judgment, and this is something that's you're going to have to use every single day that you decide to trade. All right, I believe that some of us, we are great traders, but yet we have we're not using this skill a lot to say, hey, this is a good market, or hey, I'm not seeing that setup, versus you just forcing a trade because you have the opportunity to trade. All right. Fourth thing is introspection. All right, introspection. Now it is way over here in this corner. Introspection. Let's circle this right here. All right, this is going to be the fourth and final thing. Introspection. It is the ability to examine and understand your own thoughts. This is a part of your personal awareness in critical moments. All right, in critical moments, you understand your thoughts. It is going to start with you being aware. This is where awareness comes from. This is you being able to think about your thinking. Okay, so you understanding that whenever you get in certain circumstances, a lot of times this is going to be applied whenever maybe you're in drawdown. Maybe you're seeing that account jump from green to red because you're in a live trading. Are you thinking clearly? Are you thinking about your thoughts? Is there something that's missing? Are you regulating your thought process? The way that you're going to be able to regulate your thought process is by literally in the middle of a trade, you start to speak to yourself out loudly and you start to tell yourself what's going on in the trade. You have to understand that a lot of times when we get into these trades, emotions do flare up. So you have to start to settle down and think about the thoughts that you're actually thinking. Are you being greedy? Think about that thought. Are you being too risky? Have a moment and think about that thought. Think as you think. Think about your thinking. All right. So look, that is your critical thinking characteristic. These are just elements, right? Think of the critical thinking as the tree trunk, and these are just the tree branches. But it's going to be very important for you to master all these so that you can come in alignment and call yourself a critical thinker whenever it comes to you in the trading markets. All right, so we're going to jump to the second characteristic that you're going to need. Second characteristic that you are going to need is abstract thinking. All right, so what is abstract thinking? It allows you to think above the immediate details the market is giving, but you're able to see patterns and see the future based upon the rhythm and the structure of the market. Guys, if you've been following me for a while, I oftentimes talk about understanding the rhythm of the market. Guys, my whole strategy, this gold zone strategy that I'm always stressing with you guys about is based upon abstract thinking. Okay, so it looks like this. To understand patterns, in order to have abstract thought processes, you're going to have to start getting your brain to start seeing the future of the market based on the patterns of the market, right? So whenever I'm talking about gold zones look something like this, right? And I'm going to let's actually draw an example of a gold zone. So let's say price comes up here, price comes back down, price comes back up, price comes back down, price is starting to come back up here, right? So let's say price is doing that, price action is doing that. Well, guess what? What is our gold zone going to be? We're going to create this line right here. Now, imagine that this is a trend line. Matter of fact, let me get a different color so we can see clearly what the gold zone is looking like. So let's say that this is a trend line here, boom. And we also have a nice trend line here, boom, right? This is a pattern. Gold zone would be right here, boom, gold zone, boom, gold zone, here, here, and here. Now, if we are predicting the future market, if we're using our abstract thinking skill, our abstract thinking characteristic, what is the next movement that we could predict because based upon this pattern, right? So this will be it right here. Price, we're going to look for price to come back down to our next gold zone, which could be a great entry for a long position back to the upside. So it'll look something like this. Price comes down here. We get into this trade right here for a long position for price to come back to the upside. So if you catch this trade right here, guess what? Based upon the pattern, guess what you just did? You just used abstract thinking, and you are on your way, if you haven't already, to mastering that characteristics. So begin to see the future and the rhythm of the market and exercise that characteristic. All right. Now, third characteristic that we're going to have to master is emotional adaptation, right? This is going to be your ability to regulate your emotions in uncomfortable circumstances. Listen, the moments where you guys are like super uncomfortable, right? So for me, I might be uncomfortable if I lost 2 trades that day. You might be uncomfortable if you see your account go negative, or you're in a deep drawdown, or you might be uncomfortable in a live trade whenever price is not giving a sense of direction and you're winning, then you're losing, you're winning, then you're losing. Well, that can be a very uncomfortable circumstance for you. But you being able to regulate your emotions is going to be a key element for your success. And this characteristic is going to literally help you to have a peaceful and smooth trading experience, trading journey, and essentially your trading business, right? So begin to get your emotions in check within trades. Calm down. Whenever you see your account, maybe in drawdown, okay, relax. Maybe you need to go and back test. Maybe you need to just rethink some things, but that is not a time for you to allow your emotions to take over. Begin to regulate your emotions, all right? That is going to be an essential characteristic that you're going to must develop, all right? Metacognitive thinking. This allows you to become aware and take control of your thinking patterns. This allows you to become aware and take control of your thinking patterns. See this as a thinking monitor, right? This is your thinking monitor. This allows you to see if something is missing within your thinking as well. So it's very, very similar to introspection, but it's not. Metacognitive thinking. This allows you to become aware and take control of your thinking patterns. See this as the monitor of your thinking, right? So I know it sounds very similar to introspection, right? But see, there's a key difference in the two, right? So your introspection is, as we discussed before, it is your self-reflection, right? Now, metacognitive, it gives you the ability to think about and assess the process and the decisions that you are thinking about making. So think about the metacognitive thinking as the the monitor of your whole thinking pattern, right? So as we think, we need this place as the safety net. So guys, if you've been following me, you do know that I also talk about the safety net, the golden zone, the Pac-Man mouth, and that great thing. Well, see this characteristic as the safety net. It is the same. It is the thing that says, hey, is my brain, is my thoughts being monitored? Is my thoughts being thought the right way? It is the overseer of your thoughts. So just think about that. It is it is a thought, it is a thinking, but yet it serves as the overseer of all your other thoughts. So I know it's very for one, it's very fascinating. The fact that God can make our brains to have so many different layers, our thought process to have so many different layers, but that is going to be a key ingredient for you in your trading journey, so that you make sure that you are always in alignment in your thought processes. All right. So look, let's get to the fifth thing now. Fifth characteristic, my personal favorite one, is analytical creativity. This is going to be your ability or skill to solve a certain problem. This is you using trading to serve you and you not serving it. Listen, oftentimes it can feel as trading has been serving us. How do we know that trading is, we're serving trading and trading is not serving us? We know that is whenever trading is constantly bringing pain and stress to our life. Trading is not meant for that. You are to use your problem solving skills, your characteristics, so that trading becomes a smooth thing for you. If it is not smooth for you, that is okay. That is what we're here to do, for us to understand that we can put ourselves in position. This is a part of your problem solving skill right now, is put yourself in position that trading becomes a thing of peace, that trading becomes just what that is, just trading. It doesn't become your joy through the day. It doesn't become your happiness through the day. You don't win trade a day, and because you won a trade, you're just having a good day, right? Or you lose a trade, you lost a trade, and now you just have a bad day. Once it gets to that point, that means that you are now serving it, right? It is not serving you. So use that skill, those problem solving skills that you have, to help you to get to the next level. Maybe that's you creating a nice and simple system. Maybe that's you taking time out your day to actually give 110% from the market. Now, I know some of you right now, you're trading through passing. What that means is you're trading while you're doing other things. Maybe it's you working out. Understand, you have a job, you have a job. But if that job is the problem, maybe you just need to rearrange how you trade. Maybe you need to trade at a different time. Maybe when you're off work. Maybe that's you trading different pairs or different indices, different futures, whatever that may be for you. But what you want to do is see the problem and fix the problem, so that it can serve you and you can give yourself the ability to just enjoy trading. All right. I think that some of you right now are you're very good, but there's little details that are missing that can absolutely change your experience, to turn that pain that you're having into you being a wonderful, excelling, profitable trading. But all the problems, if you're over trading, if you're struggling with FOMO, those are your problems, right? Those are different problems. Create a system so that you will not keep falling in those same problems over and over again, because what you're doing, self-sabotaging yourself once you continue to do that. So guys, look, that is our 5 characteristics that the 4 faces represent whenever it comes to man and trading. Now listen, this is going to be a series. So if you are excited about the next 3 faces that we're going to discuss, and how those 3 faces can correlate to you and you becoming an amazing trader, please comment in the description below. Let me know that if you're excited. Let me know if this blessed your life. Please like the video and subscribe. So again, I want to thank you all and have a great day. Bye.